Friday, y'all. TGIF and all that good stuff. And it is a good Friday. We welcome you into the program. This is the Tom Barfield Show. Glad to have you with us. We are presented today and every day by our good friends at Tokeen. Gary Hoffman and his team over there with the 24-hour roadside assistance ready for you whenever you need them. Hopefully you don't, but if you do, they're there for you at Tokeen. And they do such a great job of supporting things throughout the community. And that's one of the things I love about what we're doing here with our program is we, our sponsors they're all local sponsors. They're all, everybody here is part of the community and ingrained in the community. And that's the cool thing about it, from Morrison's Gifts to JK Roofing to all of those cool companies. And they're a great part of the community and they're part of this program. We certainly do appreciate Morrison's Gifts for being a part of the program. We certainly do appreciate Tokeen for being our presenting sponsor here on the show. Glad to have you with us. Here's what we got going for you. We got Cory Beckham, the head baseball coach of the China Spring Cougars. He's coming up a little later on in the program. And then also we're going to talk with Randy Graves. Randy is the athletic director at Hill College. They got a lot of cool things going on up at Hill College, including a rodeo team. And I certainly want to talk to Randy about his rodeo team. So we'll do that coming up a little later on in the program as well. Let's say hello to Lark. No, that's not Lark. That's Mike Hamilton. That's Mike Hamilton. Mike, what are you doing? Well, you got a phone coming out of your ear.
I'm testing the audio here, man. I just want to make sure that we're sounding good. Sounding as good as you look.
Well, that's not very good then. I mean, so we got technical problems. All right, so Lark is somewhere. I'm not sure where Lark is. I think he's in Weatherford. Can we sneak a peek at Lark? Yeah, Lark, can you hear us okay?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay, so you're in Weatherford?
I am in Weatherford. We've got a doubleheader between McLennan and Weatherford up in Weatherford today, and the first pitch is at 11:30. They're trying to beat whatever rain might be coming in. So that's the reason why I had to hustle it up here and be up here for the start of the show.
So when you say you're in a mobile studio, you literally are in a mobile studio. You're in your vehicle, right?
This is my mobile studio.
Yeah. Okay. You're not driving and doing this, are you?
No. I'm in the parking lot of the baseball field.
That's probably not a real solid plan.
No, it wouldn't be.
All right. Well, we'll check back in with you a little bit later on and see what's going on in Weatherford. I want to get into some of the stuff that's going on now. By the way, Lark, we got soccer tonight, right? We got the semifinals, I believe, over at Waco ISD.
Yeah, state semifinal between La Vega and Marble Falls. It kicks off at 7 o'clock at Waco ISD Stadium. How La Vega managed to get it that close to home, I'm not sure, but they're going to be trying to get to the state championship game if they can get by Marble Falls tonight.
That is so cool, and I hope it's a Friday night. I don't think it's going to rain. I mean, I've been looking at all the maps and stuff. Now we got some serious clouds and we got some not so serious clouds, but other than that, I think we're going to be fine. We'll get some soccer in tonight. Get out there, support this club, support this team. This is a cool thing. La Vega in the state semifinals for soccer. So 7 o'clock kick at Waco ISD Stadium. And again, it's a field turf surface. So even if they have a little moisture, it's going to be fine.
Yeah. I videotaped the state championship tournament in Georgetown one year.
Yeah.
The girls' championship game was played in a driving rainstorm. It was a tropical type system, so there was no lightning. It was just rain. And they continued to play, and the girls could kick the ball in the air, and the rain would drive it right back down to the turf. And if they kicked it along the turf, it just would hydroplane on the water, just kind of and stop. And then the boys
going to get that kind of weather, but you never know. But again, we got a field turf surface. It's going to be fine. Yeah. Get out and support the La Vega soccer team. That's coming up tonight at 7 o'clock over at Waco ISD Stadium. Okay, last night I did Baylor baseball. We'll get to that in a second. I want to talk about Baylor softball over again, just across the Turner Riverfront Athletic Complex.
Yeah,
they played in essence 2+ games last night. They played 15 innings in game one of their best-of-3 series against the University of Houston. Lost, unfortunately, in 15 innings, 3-2.
I'm just amazed at looking at the numbers and talking about it last night. But Cambry Krieger, the starting pitcher out of Georgetown, sophomore out of Georgetown, she went all 15 innings. All 15 innings. The young lady threw 250 pitches.
Wow.
Let me say that again. She threw 250 pitches last night in Baylor's 3-2 loss to Houston. The previous record was 185.
Blew past that
record.
Yeah, blew past that.
I mean, are you kidding me already? 250 pitches.
Wow.
That is amazing. 15-inning game last night over at Getterman Stadium. So Glenn Moore's team, they're really, really good. They're 5-5 in conference. That was obviously a tough loss for them. But, yeah, they I mean, who does that? I mean, that is crazy, isn't it?
Absolutely crazy. But, you know, the motion for softball is much different than baseball. It's not quite as detrimental to your body as pitching overhand. Underhand just seems to work better. And, you know, just to be in shape to do that is what I'm surprised at.
I get it. Trust me, I get it that, you know, that you're not throwing it overhand, but wouldn't you just be dog tired after 250 pitches?
I think I would be.
Again, the previous record for Baylor was Kristen Betek's 185 pitches, but
wow.
She went all 15 innings, and it was it's 250 pitches. I'm absolutely amazed. It's the second most innings in program history, the 15. 250 pitches does kind of break the record by 60 pitches, something like that. I mean, my goodness. All right, so that's what happened. Baseball wise, the Bears won last night. They defeat BYU in game one of that best of three series. They'll play game 2 today. Make note, by the way, softball's going to do it too. They're going to move up to 3:00 this afternoon in case of some inclement weather coming up tonight. But baseball's going to play at 3:00 as well. Last night, Travis Sanders, 3 for 5, 3 runs scored in an RBI. Brady Janusek, the freshman, my goodness, he was 4 for 6 last night. Drove in 5, was a triple shy of the cycle. And on the mound, Lucas Davenport, 12 strikeouts, going 6 innings. And it was a terrific start for Lucas. And Tice Armstrong hit yet another home run. I'm telling you, this guy, and Lark, when he hits him, he hits him. I'm telling you, he is smoking the baseball right now. And in the bottom of the first, he let one fly, and it was just unbelievable. I think that's his 12th home run of the year already. You know, wow. He's the guy that hit the 3 grand slams on opening night. So
right,
he's just continued to roll, and he had a bomb last night. Baylor 6-4 in conference, and again, they got BYU coming up this afternoon at 3:00. Speaking of 3:00, Rangers play their home opener today at 3:00. And the Astros are on the road tonight, late night tonight. I don't know wherever the A's are playing. I mean, you know,
Sacramento.
I know Sacramento, whatever you want to call it. But anyway.
Call them the Nomads.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, then we're going to dive into some China Spring baseball here in just a couple of minutes. Cory Beckham's going to join us, and so we'll get to all of that. So we are off and running. We're having a good Friday. No pun. Yeah, it is. It's pun intended, but it is a good Friday, and we're glad you're with us, and hope you have a wonderful and blessed Easter weekend. We are brought to you in part today by J.K. Roofing. Jace and Katie Embry. Well, you know that family name. They've been around here forever, and they're synonymous with doing some great things in our community as well. They've got J.K. Roofing, and whether you need a new roof or maybe you need some repairs. Maybe you want a metal roof. Maybe you want the traditional shingle roof. They can take care of you at JK Roofing. Check them out today online at jkroofs.com. That's jkroofs.com. Or you can give them a call at 254-744-2211. 254-744-2211. We're off and running on the program. We talk to my friend, Cory Beckham, and we do it next.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Is your roof ready for the next Texas storm? Don't wait for a small leak to become a big problem. Call JK Roofing of Waco. Whether you need roof repair, a full replacement, or a professional inspection, JK Roofing has quality workmanship and dependable service you can count on. Locally owned and committed to protecting Central Texas homes and businesses. Call JK Roofing today for your free estimate and get the job done right the first time. Call JK Roofing 254-744-2211. JK Roofing of Waco. Strong roofs, honest work, and peace of mind.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
All right, you're back with us on the program. It's a Friday. We are brought to you in part by our good friends at Benchmark. They specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. They do a wonderful job. You need some help in any of those areas, give them a call. They'll take great care of you. You can check them out online. They've got a great website, benchmarkc3.com. That's benchmarkc3.com. David and his staff, man, they're just, again, ingrained in the community. That's kind of an underlining theme on this program. But, you know, they help out the Shriners. They help out a group called The Hangar. That's a day shelter for the homeless here in town. And, you know, they're not looking for any pat on the back, but I wanted to give it to them anyway. So thanks to Benchmark for being a part of the program. All right, let's welcome into the show the head baseball coach of the China Spring Cougars, Cory Beckham. Cory, good morning. How are you, my friend?
Wonderful. It's a good day to be a Cougar.
Absolutely. Last night was a good night to be a Cougar, wasn't it?
Excellent night. We it was, you know, a matchup between both teams, best pitchers, and what we thought was going to be a close matchup, you know, definitely went our way.
Talk a little bit about it right now, and I know we're still early, but it looks like you and Robinson have kind of separated yourselves in the district. And this is, and I know everybody says it, but it really is a high quality, high caliber district, top to bottom.
Yeah, you know, there's 4 teams that are pretty close in talent, and you know, we've been the better team over the last few years, and the Lorena and Robinson and Gatesville are definitely showing progress to where it's just a competitive district, which is going to make us all better. And as a four team district, we all want to go to the playoffs and win that first round for sure. And we're all rooting for each other. All the coaches get along. We like each other, and it's been fun to be in this district. And we got Gatesville next week, and then we'll end up district play at the very end with Robinson. It could be a district, you know, title on the line. We'll see if we make it to that point.
Talking with Cory Beckham, you know, just we'll continue to talk about your club here in just a minute, but I want to go back and talk a little bit about your career. I mean, you've had an incredible career, both as a player and as a coach. Just kind of talk a little bit about that.
Well, I'm excited that I made it 30 years. This is my 30th year coaching, so I'm grateful for 30 years, man. I sit back and look at all the relationships with the players and the schools that I've been, and I'm humbled and grateful to, I got my first shot there at Conley in 2000 as the head coach. Stephen Burrow gave me that opportunity and got to come back home to Central Texas, and then, after 7 years there, went over to West and stayed there for 13 years and enjoyed I'd say the prime of my career right there in West. And it was amazing. And that was kind of cool last night. We played at West last night, that district game last night. It was really cool to get back home and, or back, not my hometown, but still it was kind of home for me,
Right.
15 years, and then, this is all came, to fruition when I came back here to my real hometown, China Spring. 4 years ago, it was like a dream come true. And we've been successful. A lot of people would like to say, man, the head coach has a lot to do with it, but I think the players have the most to do with it. I've had great assistant coaches, and the players have been amazing. And I work hard, and I try to get them to buy into our coaching styles, and it's worked. So I'm happy to be here for year 30. And I got a few more years left in me.
Cory, I mean, you had a great run in West. How difficult was that to leave West and go start building a program at Lake Belton?
It was not an easy decision. I love the families there. The people in West treated my family so amazing. I still miss the people. I took the team to eat at Pizza House last night up in West. Just enjoyed it. I mean, it was so amazing. I saw ex-kids I coached, and I actually have a kid on their team. Our catcher, his dad, I coached him at West, and so now he's the catcher here at China Spring. David Bell. His dad was Melvin Bell. He was an amazing player up there in West, and it's just been, it was difficult. But at that time when I went over there to Lake Belton, they had to kind of, wow me with an opportunity, and they checked off all the boxes. And I went over there, and I know it only lasted 2 years, but it was really good. I mean, I wouldn't have ever left Lake Belton except for one job in the state, and it just happened to be China Spring, and that's what got me here.
By the way, did you see Brian and Jeannie last night at the Pizza House?
I talked to Brian and set it up. He had all the chicken fried steaks ready beforehand. I coached his son there in 2014, 13 and 14. And so, of course, I've known them forever. And, man, they got some good kolaches and pizza and chicken fried steak for sure.
That's exactly right. The championships in West, I mean, that's got to be just an incredible thing for you, and in a memory that you'll have your entire life.
Yeah. I mean, we walked up to the stadium last night, walked right through there. We got 2 monuments there, back-to-back state champs, God, that was a dream come true. In 2012, we almost got there, got a silver medal. But, I remember the championships. I really do. And I enjoyed them. Mm-hmm. But I just, more than that, I enjoyed the players that I had. And now they're grown men. And I just love seeing them, talking to them. I'm friends with a lot of my ex-players now. I'm enjoying watching one of my ex-players play for the Detroit Tigers, Bailey Horn. I mean, amazing. Yesterday, KWTX had one of my ex-players. He was part of the NASA launch just the other day, and it had a thing on KWTX with him in his West Trojan baseball uniform. And I've got kids that are now having kids and starting families, and are firemen here in Waco, and some of them are coaches. Justin Cepeda is the head coach over there at Conley. I mean, to be able to be part of their lives is simply amazing. Cade Bing is pitching University of Texas right now. He's had a couple good outings, and he was my bat boy in 2015, and his older brother was one of my players, and now he's pitching at University of Texas. So sit back and look. I'm proud of all these guys.
You know what I love about this thing is it's we can call them cities, but we're really just one big community. You mentioned Bailey Horn. That brought back a great memory for me. Bailey played at McLennan. I was doing the broadcast there, and I went to high school with Bailey's dad, Jeff. I mean, so kind of cool to watch those guys go through and play and have success.
Yeah, definitely. Bailey was he was just an amazing story for him. His story can motivate the players on my teams, and I talk to him still today. Bailey was just a small kid as a freshman, kind of a struggling player as a sophomore, just an average JV player, struggled at times, didn't pitch the ball very good. He was like 5'7", 130 pounds at the time. And, now he's 6'2", 210 and throwing 97 miles an hour for the Detroit Tigers. You never know when it's going to come together, but you got to give yourself a chance and not ever quit. If you love the game, and Bailey loved the game, and I'll tell you, part of Bailey's success was just the way he was raised by Jeff, and the family raised him to work hard and be a great teammate, and Bailey's still doing it today. So, that was amazing for Bailey.
You mentioned you're a China Spring grad and you're back home. What was that like to put that powder blue back on after being gone all those years?
It was great. I mean, I got so many memories of being a player. I know it was a long time ago, but now that I'm here,
now you guys won the championship, did you not?
We won a state championship. Yeah, my sophomore year, I was a shortstop. 1989, won the state championship, and it was amazing. Got close my senior year and didn't quite get there, but I sat there and I'll tell you, I had my first meeting with the team in China Spring. When I got here, I met the new team in the dugout, and my first story, I'm a storyteller now, and was to Cage McLeod. And Cage is playing at Tarleton, just played Baylor this last week, hit him a home run against Baylor. And I said, I got something in common with Cage McLeod. And I wanted to really pinpoint this. My senior year, I made the last out in the state tournament and we lost the game. And Cage had made the last out in the state tournament that year before I got here. And I said, I feel your pain. The thing different that you have that I didn't is I was a senior. I was done. You're just a sophomore. You got 2 more years to make it happen. And man, Cage was an amazing player. He's going to be one of the guys kind of like a Bailey Horn. I wouldn't doubt if he's not playing in the big leagues one day. He's got that type of drive, internal force that he's an amazing young man and a great player.
Yeah, what's cool is right now he's playing at Tarleton, and he and his brother on the right side of the infield. I mean, one's a first baseman, one's a second baseman. That's kind of a cool thing for the McLeod family.
Yeah, that McLeod family is a special family. There's no doubt about that. But we got another storyline here at China Spring that I want to celebrate is the Lessman family. So his Josh Lessman was a state championship pitcher at China Spring in 2000 for the Cougars, and how he's my assistant coach. And his son is a special player here at China Spring. Had an amazing night last night. Pitched 5 innings. Pitched amazing. 4 for 5 at the plate with a home run, triple, 2 singles. 3 RBIs. The kid is a superstar, and I'm telling you, it's so neat that father, son, both as Cougars, and we got a chance. We're trying to get an opportunity for Jacob Lessman to be up on the monument as well one day. So it's a great storyline to celebrate and keep an eye on Jacob Lessman moving forward. He's an Oklahoma State commit. He throws 90 plus miles an hour. He's a phenomenal shortstop, and he's just a budding superstar at the plate. He's batting like 375 and super fast, super great athlete.
Visiting with Cory Beckham, the head baseball coach of the China Spring Cougars. At your level, at the 4A level, and probably some other places, obviously, you guys share athletes, and there's championships in other sports at China Spring, and there's championships in baseball. In your opinion, first of all, do you like the concept of sharing athletes with other sports, and does winning breed winning? So, like your football teams won championships, and do they kind of coincide?
It should, and most of the time it does. we try to make the players to be just complete players. If you're working hard and checking off all the boxes, it should carry over to the next sport. We had, I think, 40 baseball players this year, and 32 of them played football. Obviously we didn't have quite a successful football season as we would like, and we're trying to change that, but it hasn't stopped us in baseball. So yes, back 3 years ago, obviously we won state championship in baseball and football.
Right.
You'd like to say, yeah, it definitely correlates. I'd say this: football needs more players to win. That's that you need more depth on the football field than you do baseball. And that would be the thing that we're probably lacking right now, that we've got to, try to redevelop in the football program. And the baseball field, I'll say this: we're fully loaded for years to come.
Talk about your program, but specifically talk about this club. Talk about your strengths of this club and what makes this group so special.
We're super athletic. Our guys can run. We've got tons of depth on the mound. And like I said, it starts with Jacob Lessman, but it goes to Eli Anderson, Ryan Hale, Will Haffercamp's a dynamic player, a third baseman, middle of the order hitter. We've got Jack Kennedy that helps on the mound. We've got Hayes Herring. Hudson Brown is an amazing player, center fielder, 3-hole hitter, left-handed pitcher. He's a sophomore. I mean, this guy, man, he can play. So the talent's there, the top end talent, but the depth overall is what overwhelms the opponents. Some of the teams we play have some good players as well, but they don't have as many as we do. And we seem more athletic than them. We run better. We seem like we're a little stronger. And, we've got some dynamic players in China Spring right now. We've got another a player. His dad graduated from Waco High, named Hart Herring.
I was just about to ask you about it. So the bloodline is pretty good with Hart Herring.
Oh, it's an amazing bloodline. Hart was, pitched at A&M, played some professional baseball. His son's a sophomore, left-handed hitter, first baseman, pitcher. I mean, he's a big young man, and he's a powerful player. There's no telling what the future is for this young man. His name's Hayes Herring, and he's a special player for us.
Cory, thanks. I know it's you got a lot going on, and I appreciate you taking some time to hang out with us and talk. Yeah. You've had a wonderful career, great family, and continued success, my friend.
I appreciate it. Anytime y'all want, I love talking about some Cougar baseball.
There you go. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
There he goes. That's Cory Beckham. He's the head baseball coach over at China Spring. And I first crossed paths with Cory when he was the head baseball coach at Conley High School. He's been at Conley and his West and Lake Belton, and now he's back home at China Spring. So, and again, they're China Spring, Robinson, Gatesville, Lorena, those 4 teams in that district, man, they can compete. It's pretty good stuff. All right, we are going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk Hill College athletics. We're going to do that with the AD, Randy Graves. We'll do that in just a couple of minutes. We are presented by Toe King this morning, and we are brought to you in part by Lake Waco Golf Club. You know what? It's not raining. They've got tee times available. Check them out at Lake Waco Golf Club. You can kind of take a little tour if you want to at lakewacogc.com. That's lakewacogc.com. But if you're saying, you know what, I want to play the par 3, I got a couple of hours, I'm going to go play the par 3, or you know what, I got all afternoon. It's Good Friday, I got all afternoon. Let me see if I can't get a tee time. You better call Darren in a hurry, or somebody behind that counter at 254-756-2161. That's 254-756-2161. I started to laugh because I said, call Darren. Heck, Darren may be on the golf course right now as we speak, knowing him. 254-756-2161. It's Lake Waco Golf Club, proud partner here of the Tom Barfield Show. All right, we talk Hill College athletics, and we do it next. Since 1996, Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers at 18th and Herring has been serving Waco's best burger. There's nothing better than a delicious burger cooked just the way you like it, with garden fresh toppings on a buttered bun. Add tots, fries, curly fries, or onion rings for a perfect meal. So what are you waiting on? How about Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers today? Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers. And don't forget to ask about Double R's catering. Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over. Family owned and operated, Jasper's Barbecue is serving up Texas-style barbecue meats and sandwiches and all the fixins. Enjoy mouth-watering brisket, ribs, pulled pork, and don't forget the potato salad and barbecue beans. Located in Waco on Elm Street, right off of I-35, open Tuesday through Saturday 10 until 2 or until the food runs out. Stop by today and enjoy the best barbecue around. Voted one of the best barbecue joints by Texas Monthly. That's Jasper's Barbecue in Waco. You won't leave hungry.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycats mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
You're back on this Friday. We are presented by Tow King. You just saw the commercial, Gary Hoffman and his team. 24-hour emergency roadside assistance. They got trained operators with the best equipment. Man, if you're driving a mini bike or if you're driving a big 18-wheeler, they've got the equipment to take care of you. Here's the phone number. I've mentioned it on several occasions. Put this phone number in your phone. Hope you don't have to use it, but if you do, you've got it. It's 254-666-5484, 254-666-5484. That's Gary Hoffman and his team. All right, we're going to welcome into the program the Director of Athletics for Hill College, Randy Graves. We're going to get Lark in here in just a couple of seconds as well. But, Randy, good morning. First of all, thanks for your time. I appreciate you being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You know, Randy, Lark's going to jump in here and visit with us as well. But I want to, you guys offer several different programs, but I wanted to talk about your rodeo team. I suspect, and you may not want to say it publicly, but those have got to be the toughest cowboys and cowgirls. I mean, to do what they do, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, the practice and the work that they put in and week out, along with all their rodeo arena duties, is pretty spectacular. Actually, men's and women's rodeo are at Trinity Valley Community College this weekend. We're in week 8 of 10 for the Southern Region NRIA rodeo events. Men are sitting 5th overall in the Southern Region. We do have a new head coach this year, Chad Rutherford. He replaces the legend Paul Brown that had been over the rodeo program for the last 30 plus years, but definitely some of our toughest student athletes by far.
Let's welcome Lark Smith in literally remotely. Lark, again, where are you today?
I'm in Weatherford, Texas, getting ready for a doubleheader between Weatherford and McLennan. And I know, Randy, at your place, I think you've got a baseball doubleheader there as well today, don't you?
That is correct. We're getting ready for Vernon College on the second half of the doubleheader. We actually split with them at Vernon College. So hopefully able to get one, if not two, here at Hill College today.
What I have seen of your ball club so far, the fella that y'all are using for a Game 3 starter during conference, he seems to be dominating, folks. Who is that pitcher, and is he on the mound in Game 3 today?
I haven't talked to Coach Ratajki today on who's on the mound, but we have 3 solid starters. We're trying to look for that 4th starter. I didn't get a chance to talk to him this morning, but after I finished with the show today, I'm going to go visit with the umpires and then briefly with Coach Ratajki before the game starts, just to wish him luck. And I guess I'll find out who's on the mound today myself.
Where were you before you came to Hill College?
Well, my journey started out actually at Panola College as far as the higher education game goes. I was there for 16 years, at Carl Albert State College in Poteau for 7, brief stop at Galveston for 2, and then I've been here at Hill College for 3 years. I actually received a card the other day from the HR department, and I was hoping it was good news, and it was just thanking me for being here for 3 years. So that was a good sign for me, hopefully.
No, as I understand it, athletic director was not the job that they originally hired you for.
No, sir. I came for the dean of students position, and then the first summer I was here, I was asked to step in. Paul Brown, once again, the legendary rodeo coach, he stepped down as athletic director, still continued to coach rodeo and teach agriculture classes. And as of today, he still teaches agriculture classes for us. So I have a dual role as the dean of students and the athletic director.
And also other duties as assigned.
Yes, sir.
Because you do the announcing at the softball games. I was there for a softball game on Wednesday, and you were busier than a one-arm paper hanger. You were doing 14 different things at one time.
Well, sometimes as part of my duties, the residence halls are part of it, and we kind of had a mini situation that I had to take care of during the middle of the game. So yes, definitely wear 4 or 5 hats here at Hill College, and that's the way it is for many administrators at small community colleges.
Yeah. Taking over as the athletic director, what challenges did you perceive ahead that you needed to take care of?
Well, one of the things that was great when I came in is Dr. Mills, who's been here on his 4th year with Hill College. He's the president here at Hill College. He served as a previous basketball coach and athletic director in Oklahoma. So knowing that you had a president that supports college athletics, that was great for me to know when he asked me to step into this position. And one of the things that's happened over the past 3, even 4 years with Dr. Mills is a lot of the deferred maintenance in our athletic facilities has been addressed. Our baseball field has had a complete renovation, softball field complete renovation, and our Bob Bullock Sports Center, where we play men's and women's basketball and volleyball, complete renovation. And then one of the jewels that's getting ready to happen on the college as we speak, and I know you saw this when you announced games at softball and baseball, you have seen all the construction going on with the new soccer facility. Hill College has had soccer here since 1990 for the men and 1993 for the women, not continuously, but since that time. And there's only been a practice field on the campus. And I'm so excited with our Board of Regents and Dr. Mills and VP Ross, who's my direct supervisor, and our whole athletic staff, and definitely our soccer coaches and soccer student athletes, that we're going to have one of the best facilities in the state of Texas, if not the Southwest, for a community college soccer complex.
Well, that's a nice payback for years of having to play your home games. What, y'all play those in Fort Worth? Is that right?
We played those recently at Gateway Park. Since I've been here, I was told at one time they played some games at the Cleburne Railroaders Stadium prior to me coming here. So always had to find a place off campus to play our home matches. So now we hopefully get to have a real home field advantage here at Hill College. And another bonus of the field coming is we will host the Region 5 soccer tournament on October 28th. So that was announced at our recent conference meeting. So we're really excited to not only have a new soccer facility, but also host the Region 5 tournament.
How many sports does Hill College sponsor?
We actually have 11 sports. Now, cross country and track might say we have 13, but if we just kind of combine cross country and track, we have 11. We start out the fall with volleyball, men's and women's soccer, cross country, men's and women's. Then we go into men's and women's basketball, baseball, softball, and then track in the spring. And then also our men's and women's rodeo team competes in the fall and the spring. One thing that doesn't actually report to athletics here, but one new thing on campus that I wanted to mention is we do have an esports program that is currently we have our esports arena, which we run out of our library, and that's run by our IT department at this time.
That brings to mind facilities. I see different junior college campuses in the state of Texas, and facilities differ from one place to another. Y'all do have on campus housing for your student athletes, do you not?
Yes, we can house up to 278 students in our residence halls. We usually house about 225 of those are student athletes. Then we also have fine arts programs on campus. We also have our new esports program. So definitely in the fall semester, our residence halls are busting at the seams.
That, and I also notice you have a cafeteria that feeds the athletes and I guess any other student.
Yes, we have a 19 meal plan with Great Western Dining. So all of our student athletes that live in the residence hall, have a meal plan, 3 meals a day, Monday through Friday, and brunch and dinner on the weekend. Then also for less than $6 a meal, any student can have an all-you-can-eat meal for breakfast, lunch, or dinner in the dining hall also.
Now, your basketball coach on the men's side, Swede Trinkle, he's been there a long time. How helpful has he been in helping you understand what you needed to get done as the athletic director?
Well, I appreciate Swede. He's also our assistant athletic director, and he's welcomed me with open arms. We talk about facilities, we talk about compliance, we talk about recruiting, and he's the veteran in this game. He's been at Hill over 23 years and other stops prior to here. So him and Coach Ratajki, those are two veteran coaches here for men's basketball and baseball. And anytime that I need some assistance, I go to them and get their advice.
Now, speaking of basketball, I notice, and soccer, I notice a lot of international students on those rosters. You even have a pitcher from Moscow, Russia. What is the benefit to Hill College having those international students on sports rosters?
Well, international students bring a different flavor and culture to your campus. One of the reasons that we have athletics on the Hill College campus is to provide students who might not otherwise have access to college with the opportunity to improve their life through high quality education. So giving the international students a chance to come to Hill College or other colleges, that gives them a chance to get their education, brings a little bit different flavor to the different teams. And one of the programs I think that's really benefited from that since I've been here. So I noticed that soccer has national students, and one of the programs here, men's and women's soccer, especially women's soccer, has been historically good for a long time. And each one of those rosters, at least since I've been here and prior to coming here, has had several international students on the teams.
I would think there would be some challenge there, especially for the students if they're not necessarily English speaking to begin with, to try to make sure that they stay eligible academically to play their sport.
They all, in theory, are supposed to have English equivalency when they come, but as many community colleges do, we have developmental or remedial education classes, and so sometimes those student athletes still will take a integrated reading and writing class along with their first English class to get a little more acclimated to the English language.
Okay, I know you got a baseball game on campus today. What else is going on sports-wise this weekend for Hill College?
Once again, the rodeo teams on the road at Athens for Trinity Valley with the 8th of 10 rodeos of the season. So hopefully the men maybe can move up in the standings as we approach next week, which Hill College will host the rodeo next week, April. I have to check my dates here. April the 10th and the 11th.
Okay.
That's next Friday, Saturday. Also next Thursday, we'll actually have the ribbon cutting at 11:30. Although there's been some work on the soccer field, our contractor Kaya is going to provide a ribbon cutting at 11:30 in the soccer area. So all of our soccer teams, all of our athletic teams. Actually, it's open to the community. Anybody that wants to come out and support the ribbon cutting for the new soccer field, that will be on Thursday. Also, Friday night, I will give a little plug to our foundation for their Boots and Suits fundraiser that they will have every year. So another other duty is assigned, even though I'm kind of excited about it. I will MC that event on Friday night in the Cleburne area for what's called Boots and Suits.
Isn't the softball team on the road today? Are they playing Vernon today?
Actually, softball played yesterday. They split with Vernon yesterday, so they actually got a win. They got a 3-2 win on the second game. Lost the first one 3-0. So I was happy for softball to finally find a way to to win a game. It's been a tough go within the conference at the start. Anytime you start with McLennan and Weatherford right off the bat, no matter what team you are in the conference, maybe other than Grayson. Those are two pretty tough teams to start for any program. So to get a win in Game 4 on the road, hopefully that'll give our team some momentum as we move into the conference games next week with North Central Texas College.
And plus head coach Greg Carey, he's kind of got a very young team this year, doesn't he?
He does. He had 4 returners that came back, and so 22 freshmen. Also going into next year, he's already recruited an additional 10 student athletes on letter of intent. So definitely not like his first year, but another transition year with his first recruiting class. And then next year with his second recruiting class, we're looking to, definitely move up farther in the standings.
One final question, and I appreciate your time today. Concerning the transfer portal, that's really not anything new to junior colleges. It seems like junior college players, no matter what the sport, have been transferring after 1 year or so, no matter what.
That can be a challenge. I haven't noticed it as much here at Hill College. Now, I have noticed it a little bit here in the spring semester with some of our student athletes, but it's not uncommon sometimes for a second-year sophomore, such as soccer or volleyball, where they may have almost all their classes with Hill College. They might transfer on that 4th semester to a 4-year college and get a start with them. One thing that we've talked to with our coaches and our student athletes is always to encourage them to send their transcript back to us so that we could still graduate them on what's called reverse transfer, even if they left prior to graduation with Hill College.
Well, I know how busy you are. I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today, and best of luck to you and Hill College from here on out.
Appreciate you guys having me. Thank you, Lark.
That is Randy Graves, the athletic director at Hill College. I'm just amazed, Tom, at how much work this guy gets done on a daily basis. He is the go-to guy, seems like, on that campus.
He has to get done and take care of. And could you imagine making sure that 270 or 225, whatever the number was, make sure that they have the housing and everything squared away? That could run you ragged right there.
Absolutely. And then he's also the dean of students, so he's taking care of the entire student body on campus.
Yeah, that's he's when he lays his head on a pillow at night, he's probably getting a good night's sleep.
I guarantee he is.
All right, Lark, you go have yourself a great ball game and a great broadcast. We appreciate you popping in literally from the mobile studio.
From the mobile studio. I can't tell you how many radio and TV shows I've done out of my mobile studio.
There you go. All right, have a good day.
Tom.
That is it's our producer, Lark. Mike, the fact that Lark was able to pull that off, that's pretty impressive, isn't it?
That is very impressive. Yeah. He's a heck of a guy.
We were gonna get a break, but I want to get you to give me an update on your First of all, how did you become a San Antonio Spur fan when the Mavericks are right up the road 90 miles?
Yeah, I when I was growing up, I didn't want anything to do with anything anybody else was rooting for. And so everybody in my house was Dallas, not Mavericks, just Cowboys.
Yeah.
And they didn't really watch basketball that much.
And so I had an old boom box, big old boom
Oh, yeah,
box.
yeah.
And I would take it out in the backyard and I would tune it until I could get WOAI on the radio. It had to hold it over my head, put it on the ground, whatever, move around with the movements of the moon or something. But I would listen to that and then finally started getting them on the TV. And then David Robinson came in and it just started snowballing for me. Now, I became a Spurs fan. I wouldn't say I was necessarily a hardcore fan, but I was a fan.
Right.
And then my daughter was born in 99.
Okay.
And I remember holding her, just a little bitty baby, watching them win that first championship. And from there on in, I am 1,000% in.
You're invested.
Yes, sir.
I got
Yes,
you.
sir.
Well, I'm not the biggest NBA fan.
I got you. Sure.
But I would tell you this, the longtime voice of the San Antonio Spurs, who's no longer there, he retired. Bill Schoening is a dear friend and great guy. Absolutely great guy.
Bill Schoening is the voice of my childhood.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah, he was for a while the voice of the Texas Longhorns.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the Sam Houston State Bearcats.
Yeah, and people don't know that mustache has its own voice as well. Yeah,
it does. All right, good stuff there. Enjoy talking. I mean, I ought to get Bill on the show. I mean, that'd be fun.
You better tell me if you're going to have that done,
Yeah,
because I just want to sit in the room.
Yeah, that'd be fun. So,
Right.
and he's and his son's in the business now and is doing a lot of stuff in that greater Austin, San Antonio corridor. And Bill helps him out sometimes because he doesn't have anything to do. He's unemployed.
Yeah,
no, I'm not.
absolutely.
He's retired.
He's retired. He had
so-
some health concerns.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. We are brought to you in part by Morrison's Gifts. That's Waco's oldest family-owned and operated gift store. John Hart, Consuela, the Jellycats, those type of gift ideas are available for you at Morrison's Gifts. You can check them out at 4312 West Waco Drive. Look, Mother's Day is around the corner. You have anniversaries, you have graduations, you have all kinds of gift buying opportunities, and none of us want to shop. Guys, we don't like to shop. We like to buy, get in, get out, and get on down the road, get on with our day. Well, that's where Sally comes in. I mean, you tell her what you're looking for. You kind of give her a budget. And the next thing you know, you're walking out the door with your gift in hand. It's that simple. I promise. I've done it a million times. So check them out. 4312 West Waco Drive. That's in the Brazos Square Shopping Center. We're going to take a break right here. We'll come back and we'll look ahead to next week. It's going to be a fun week. We'll do that next here on the Tom Barfield Show.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Is your roof ready for the next Texas storm? Don't wait for a small leak to become a big problem. Call JK Roofing of Waco. Whether you need roof repair, a full replacement, or a professional inspection, JK Roofing has quality workmanship and dependable service you can count on. Locally owned and committed to protecting Central Texas homes and businesses. Call JK Roofing today for your free estimate and get the job done right the first time. Call JK Roofing 254-744-2211. JK Roofing of Waco. Strong roofs, honest work, and peace of mind.
Hey, we are brought to you in part by our good friends David and Perry over at Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers. I've said it a million times, and I'll say it again. It's the best burger in Waco. You need to check them out at 18th and Herring. They're open right this very minute. They open at 10 o'clock in the morning. They stay open until 4:30 in the afternoon. They'll do it again for you tomorrow. You want a Saturday afternoon burger? 10 until 2 o'clock at Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers. Burgers, fries, tots, onion rings, they've got it all. They'll take great care of you. There's no way you can go in there and not have a sports conversation. It's an impossibility. David is going to make sure that you're talking sports, and he'll chat you up, and you guys will have a great time. You'll get a great meal, and it's a lot of fun. Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers, 18th and Herring. And if you got an event coming up, you need catering. They'll cater for you, and it's not just burgers. They'll cater. They'll make the menu any way you want it made. That's Double R Old Fashioned Hamburgers. All right. Coming up next week, we've got a fun week next week. We got Paul Catalina from 365 Sports is going to join us. We'll talk some Final Four. Final Four is tomorrow, and then again the championship game on Monday. Sam Patterson, the UMHB basketball coach, will break down that Final Four with us on Monday. Bryce Cherry is going to join us. How about David Murphy? Former Baylor Bear, former Texas Ranger, part of the Ranger broadcast team. He's going to be with us next week. Jay Black from the Texas Sports Hall of Fame will be with us. So we've got a great week of programming coming up next week as well. So look forward to that. All right, we take a break. We come back with the final word in just a moment. Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
Hey, we're brought to you this morning in part by our good friends Todd Behringer, Thomas Winslow, and all the gang over at Waco Body Men. They're on 8 Mary Street. They're on Mary Street in downtown. I mean, they are a big believer in downtown, and I think it's very cool. And if you are looking to take care of your body with advanced wellness and some longevity solutions, it's designed, honestly, to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. And you know what? You can be 8 or 80, and these facilities are going to help you out. I mean, I know that some basketball teams will go after a ball game and use the facilities. about 7,000 square feet. It's just an unbelievable place. You can take a quick online tour at wacobodymen.com. That's wacobodymen.com. Or better yet, call Thomas, set up a tour. He'll meet you, and you can take a tour of the facility. You'll be glad you did. Waco Body Men, proud partner of our show. All right, that is going to do it for us. It's been fun. Don't forget a couple of quick notes here. If you got the afternoon off today, 3 o'clock, they've got softball over at Gettleman Stadium. It's 3 o'clock, they've got baseball. Both of those games are scheduled to be night games, but because of some potential for weather, they just want to kind of beat the weather, if that's the right phrase. But so they're going to play at 3 o'clock, both softball and baseball. So, grab the kiddos and go hang out on the berm and enjoy a hot dog and watch some baseball or some softball. That's coming up this afternoon at 3 o'clock. I certainly hope you have a wonderful and a blessed Easter, and remember what it's all about, the rising of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I hope that you spend some time reflecting on that and enjoy your family. And we will see you again on Monday with another edition of the Tom Barfield Show.